we need to get back to winning ways pronto. As on Saturday night at 8 o'clock, we face Burnley. Before we go balls deep into the preview itself, did you know the famous quote by Margaret Thatcher, God bless that woman, and this rolls off the tongue and went like this: the problem with socialism is eventually you run out of other people's money. And she was banned on the money on that statement. Possibly, she probably hated the Scousers more than I do, if that's ever humanly possible. First, I want to go back to what happened a couple of days ago when we narrowly lost by only one measly goal in a game that those in the shadows, i.e. the pundits, thought we would get spit roasted. But lo and behold, it didn't work out that way. Because games are not played on paper, they're played on the pitch. I thought we started bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, whereas Bayern Munich had a full start. Then Bayern Munich got the opening goal via a glaring error by Onana. And from that point on, we fell like a deck of cards when we couldn't recover from here on in. People need to realise that Onana is going to need at least a year to bed in. I think he's been scapegoated and there's a witch hunt, especially from the De Gea rimmers, inners, that can't handle the fact that Lancaster Street of Piss is no longer a Manchester United player. So when Onana needs our support, don't give up on him. It took, believe it or not, Rodri and Mahrez a year to settle in at City. It also also took a year for Jack Grealish to settle in at Man City as well. And I'd rather a goalkeeper make mistakes now rather than further on in the season. You know? I remember when De Gea made his debut in the 2011-2012 season. It was a risk of Si Ferguson getting rid, in Si Ferguson's words, because he always does that, of Van der Sar. And I'm sure people at the time were going, why are you getting rid of Van der Sar when he's got wealth of experience, and replacing him with a novice? But he made a mistake for the equaliser that West Brom got. Obviously, we went on to win 2-1 against them. A couple of months later, we lost 3-2 at Old Trafford to Blackburn Rovers. We were crippled with injuries, and I think Raphael and Fabio started in midfield. And then in the Telegraph, if memory serves me right, said that we were going to go for Begovic to replace him. Thankfully that didn't come to fruition, and we stuck by David De Gea, and it was 100% the right decision. And I remember Gary Neville doing analysis on a Monday Night Football with a game we previously played against Spurs, where he dropped a clanner by failing to pick up a cross. The game ended 1-1 in the snow. But De Gea, yes, we didn't win anything in that season, but next season we went on and won the league. Accumulated, was it 11 points we won it by? So a good margin, So back Onana, don't listen to outside influences, and give him the time to roll the dice. And people need to take into account also, he's living in a different country with different players, different tactics, different coaching staff, so we need to be acclimatised to that. But eventually we will be rewarded. Eventually people will realise that Onana is the one for Man United. He's the one to watch, and he will get better. So back him. Now, the team I'm going to pick against Burnley, in goal is going to be Onana. Right back Delo, left back Reguilon. The gruesome twosome at centre back, Martinez and Lindelof. For the first time after the Liverpool 7-0 defeat, regarding Casemiro, I was nervous for him. That was the moment he looked his age. He looked like the other 30 player that we bought to the football club. And I did agree with what Graham Souness said, that it was a steady Eddie. You know, and he hasn't come to Man United Football Club just to win the League Cup. You know, if you win that only at Real Madrid, then you're going to get the sack. You know, it's not good enough. In saying that, I remember Del Bosque. He won the league with Real Madrid, but he got the sack because he didn't win the Champions League. You know? And I think then they went on to get rid of Claude McElhaney. And then he went, I think, no, it was before that, wasn't it? No, it wasn't. No, it was the season yet. It was. They got rid of him in that summer. And they never recovered from that. So Casemiro, I think he's been nothing short of a disgrace. And he needs loads of criticism. He's not cutting the mustard. He's so slow, he needs a walking stick and Zimmer frame. And he needs to buck his ideas up pronto. Otherwise, you know, he'll be gone in the summer. And it'll only be himself to blame. Lay at his door, nobody else but to blame but himself. So McTominay is going to replace him in midfield three with Bruno and Eriksen, and up front Højlund, and across the front three I'm going to drop Rashford, Palestri on one side, Martial on the other side, and through the middle I think Mason Mount may be back, so I'll put him in that forward role. That's his best position. You've got to play him as a number 10, and we'll get the best out of him, hopefully, in that position. So I'm going to go for a tricky, edgy 1-0 win, because we need to start keeping clean sheets, because we only kept one clean sheet in the Premier League, and that was obviously in the opening day of the season against Wolves. So, you know, clean sheet is a must, and also the win to go with that, which I'm predicting. Now on to Burnley. Vincent Kompany is their manager. They haven't won a game yet, and it's probably written in the stars that their first win in the Premier League will be against us. And I suppose written in the stars that Luton will get their first 3 points against us as well, the way things are going. Now Burnley are going to miss their striker, so that's good for us. It was a stupid thing to do, because he, you know, elbowed somebody, and obviously there's loads of cameras in the stadium, so it was obvious they were going to pick it up, and now he's got a 3-match ban. You know, I think Burnley are overrated. I think it's cringeworthy that they did this documentary. There's nothing to gloat about coming back into the Premier League. You were in the Premier League before, so why are you now excited about being back? I think Kompany will not last the season. You can't play the football that Burnley are playing and expect to survive. And I penciled them in for the relegation. I think they still will get that. But if they get rid of Vincent Kompany, which I believe they will, they might have a better chance of staying up. Because I just don't see it at the moment. There's just something missing. I don't get it. I just don't. So thanks for watching, and let's hope we can get that win that we desperately need on Saturday night.